Hey everybody, it's Bob Tally here at Redmond Productions, and I'm back. And we're gonna do a little update on that Blackmagic Design ATEM Mini. And Blackmagic has really come out swinging. They've released the update for the ATEM Mini, and they've added some really cool features to it, to where you can control the their little pocket 4K and 6K cinema cameras over HDMI. So let's pull up the window right quick. And everything still looks the same, but if you'll notice down here where it now has a deal that says camera. And of course I do not have any of those pocket cinema cameras. So it's only showing the camera that I have on air, which it will not control that particular camera. But if I was running the little pocket cinema 4K or 6K cameras, and it has to be the 4K or the 6K. It's not, I don't think it'll work with the old ones. They've released an update for those cameras as well, so that all this works together, and you can control the color, the lift, the gamma, the gain. You can zoom in and zoom out on the cameras, stuff like that. Just really cool stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping I can add at least one or two of those cameras here in the near future. It's going to be kind of hard, what with this coronavirus, everything shut down. But that wasn't all they did, and this one kind of aggravates me, but I'm still excited about it nonetheless, because I just bought my ATEM Mini in March, right before we went on to lockdown. And they have released the ATEM Mini Pro, and it has everything that the Mini has, plus it does, as you can see, it has more buttons right here, an extra row of buttons, which allows you to record, and it has a built-in streaming encoder, a hardware encoder now, and now you can just go into the software and it's set up to stream to Facebook, YouTube, whatever. You just go in there and set it up, and you can now 100% do your live stream just with the ATEM Mini Pro, a monitor, and some cameras. How cool is that? Well, you will need a computer to run the software. So, but it doesn't have to be a powerhouse like. Sometimes when you get into complicated productions on with OBS, Livestream Studio, XSplit, Vid Blaster, vMix, because if you don't know by now, the Mini and the Mini Pro both have chroma keyer, upstream keyer, downstream keyer, luma key, and picture-in-picture, audio mixer. It's just amazing piece of gear for the money. And of course, we were all a little bit disappointed that it didn't have multi-view out, and I get it after using it for almost a month. I haven't had it quite a month yet. I've had it about 2.5 weeks, and I was kind of disappointed that it didn't have that multi-view. But after using it for a little bit, I don't miss it. I mean, I'm not going to say it wouldn't be nice to have it, but I don't miss it. I don't have to have it. I like the way it works. It's just you just can't say. I'm just blown away. There are some cons into trying to use this in my current setup, and that's where it gets better is if you have a matched set of cameras. That would probably fix my cons, but I'm using an assortment of cameras that I have on hand. This camera right here is a Zcam E1. This camera over here is a Canon 70D, and then I've got a security camera that I bring in, and unfortunately there's no individual crop or anything like that on the inputs in the ATEM Mini, and for those of you that are doing what I'm doing, you get it, you know what I'm talking about, because The Canon, for instance, brings up a scene that looks like this. Let me show you what it looks like when you bring it in. I'll just do that now. We'll just add a new input here right quick. And this is what it looks like unedited. It brings in the window, and I have to crop this here. Well, then my Z-Cam, let me switch to the Z-Cam. It isn't a 100% clean screen either, so I end up with having to compromise on the crop. You can see the difference because this brings in a full screen, but it has my information up here at the top, which there's no way to get rid of it as far as I know. And then there's my Canon. So I have to compromise on the scene when I'm setting up the scene, and keep in mind that I have two different aspect ratios going on here and all that. So it'll be interesting to try this with a couple of the Pocket 4Ks if I can make that happen. So there we are. And then if I switch, you'll see that in order to make this all clean and work, it's a different, just a little bit different than what is coming in from the camera. If that makes any sense. Yeah. The other thing I don't like is if I'm using the chroma key here in the ATEM Mini, I've only got two choices. I can have it set to where it'll follow a scene transition, which means it would mess up camera 2 because this isn't a green screened scene. Or the other option is to have it drop it on a transition. So when I come back, I end up with that screen, and I have to turn the green screen, the chroma key back on. Or the anyway, just little minor things that are aggravating. I do wish that there was a way for us to go in on each input and do a crop on each input, or just, you know, all that separately instead of having to do it this way, because there's no crop at all on the ATEM Mini, none whatsoever. Wish there was. The picture in picture is too small in its default mode. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Probably won't because of my crop. You can see me down there in the bottom. It's my crop messes it up. I'm gonna have to go in there in the software somehow and edit that and change it. But if I came to scene 4, let me come over here where it's totally uncropped and try that. Push that live, and then there's my picture, and I can move it to the different corners. But for me, it's too small. It needs to be. I need to be able to resize that easily, stuff like that. Anyway, go check it out. I'll share the link below, and you can go watch their little video update if it's still up. It was a live stream that they did earlier today, or yesterday now. And until next time, this is Vitali here at Red Barn Productions. Y'all be safe during this pandemic, and I'm out of here.